What's up, y'all? It's your girl Ivy here, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit about what it's like to go to an all-women's college. I'm also going to take you through a day in my life too, so it's sort of going to be a commentary video and a vlog all in one. Okay, so the first thing I want to clarify a little bit is technically Agnes isn't an all-women's college. It's like a 97.8% women's college. And the reason I say that is because according to the Agnes Scott College website, 97.8% of the student body consists of women. This is partly because we have a graduate program where men can apply, I guess. When I first found out about this, I was honestly a little confused because I was like, oh, I thought like it's an all-women's college. But I guess it's because it's a historically all-women's college. So we have a really small amount of graduate male students, but you don't really interact with them because as an undergrad, you don't even have class with them. And then also a small percent of the student body does identify as non-binary. I just thought I would touch on that a little bit. Okay, let's get back into the vlog. I feel like it's easier than it looks.
Well, and the thing is, when Segways came out and I rode them, I thought, I'm getting one of these. And then I thought.
So my first class today is actually not until 3 p.m., which I know is a pretty late time. So it's great for sleeping in. The first thing I'm gonna do when I go on campus now is just eat some lunch. Hi guys! Say hi to my vlog.
To who?
My vlog for my YouTube channel.
Hello! What's that?
It's for my YouTube channel. Do you want to say hi?
So,
In case college doesn't work out, you know, I gotta have a backup.
hey, I believe in you. Get that money.
Thank you. Yes.
So you have your YouTube channel, you
I
say?
do. You want to subscribe? Yeah.
So once I subscribe, I can go on and look at your page.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it later on.
Yeah. I know you're working.
Ivy's the best.
Ah, this is Karen, my favorite worker.
Hello, come back and see me, Ivy.
I will. Thank you. No, it's gonna add like gender variety. You know what I mean? Because all this sees is women, so.
Start thinking if you're looking at jobs and
You know that she had like a winning team jacket.
Oh.
And I was like, well, if they win, it'll be a flex if you wear that around.
Look at you. Bro, I feel famous.
That's why I'm gonna collab.
I'll be the video with this. Yeah, are you One interesting thing about going to Agnes is even though we don't have any male undergrad students, we do have guys that work on campus. So it could be professors or people in the office or the dining hall. The one thing that we don't see is we just don't really see guys our age. So if you're a guy and you're visiting Agnes Scott, you're probably gonna get a lot of stares, and it's not a bad thing. It's just usually we're probably curious why you're here because there's not really a reason for you to be. So we're gonna look at you, but it's not a bad thing. Okay, we are about to enter my favorite building on the entire campus, and that is the library. First of all, I love the big windows and all the natural light. This is one of my favorite spots to take a nap. I'm here all the time before class starts. The architecture is also beautiful. We have these cool little stations where you can charge your phone. Basically how it works is you just put your phone in, you create a little passcode so no one can take your phone out except for you, and then you just let it sit and you can come back and it'll be charged. Today I have to study for my microeconomics test, so I'm making a Quizlet. But I'm gonna be honest, I actually never study up here, just because I feel like the chairs are kind of hard. As you can see, there's not really a cushion or anything. I totally just came here because I thought it would be pretty for the vlog. So yeah, I don't actually usually come here. sometimes if I'm feeling really crazy, I'll read a book in the library. So right now I'm reading this book called Blink by Malcolm Gladwell. It's basically about how your brain is always making snap judgments from pretty much everything you interact with in the world. It's pretty interesting so far.
It's so
Brent, like
weird.
every time I vlog, like once in a blue moon, I always see you.
It's so freaky.
Yeah.
I want to dive back into my sort of commentary side of going to an all-women's college. One of the biggest differences is just how calm the classrooms are. Compared to a co-ed college, there's just a lot less male audacity because there's no men to do stupid stuff, and that's good because you can concentrate and not have any disturbances. But also, I don't know, sometimes men are just really like funny when they're doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing. So it really just depends on each individual's preference. Some people really love this environment, other people think it's too calm. Okay, back to the vlog. We are currently in calligraphy class. This class is hands down the most wacky and unpredictable class I have. What I mean by this is our professor just does really random stuff. Like, for example, today she brought in a bucket of musical instruments and she told us to just pick one and form groups and make a beat together.
That's into groups like we did last week.
Just like go as fast as you can.
I feel like that could be a vibe. It's easy, you know. Okay, you want to go like this? Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I know it's gonna be chaotic when all groups are doing together. Let's see.
1, 2, 3.
If you're wondering how this relates to calligraphy, I don't really know either, but it's fun, so we kind of just go along with whatever she says. One thing that I think is really funny is, okay, so everyone has to bring a container of water to class, and it can be in any container that you choose. Now, people get pretty creative with their container options. Sometimes I use an old protein powder scooper. Right now I'm using a medicine bottle from my acne pills, and a lot of people in class actually use their pill bottles for the water. I'm pretty sure this cup is from the dining hall, so it's just really interesting observing everyone's container of choice. I also just want to share that calligraphy is actually much more difficult than I expected. There's so many elements to it, like your posture, the way you breathe, and you have to make sure you gradually change the width of the stroke as you're writing it. There's also a thing called stroke order, which is what order you write the words in. But it's also very fun because sometimes we do projects, like we get to make a bookmark. We also got to write on this really pretty paper and decorate it. So overall, it's a really, really fun class. Ooh, also, I didn't even explain how this paper works. So this paper, you can write on it with water, and it looks like black ink when you write it, and then when it dries, it just disappears, so you can reuse it over and over again. Isn't that so cool? It's like magic paper. One of the most common questions I get asked is, how do people date at Agnes Scott if there's no men? Well, what I think people don't realize is that a college full of a lot of women is gonna attract people that are into women. So what I mean by this is some people don't struggle with dating because they're attracted to women, and this college has a lot of those. However, if you are into guys, it can definitely be difficult to date at Agnes because, you know, there's no male students, or if there are, they're like old graduate students, and that's kind of weird. So, the most common way that students at Agnes tend to meet guys is either by going to parties at other schools where there are guys they can meet, or by going on dating apps, so like Tinder and Hinge and that sort of thing. Another thing I want to share is one of the things I really love about going to a college with mostly women is just the safety aspect of it. For example, harassment is just so much less of an issue here compared to any co-ed college campus I've ever been on. Even things like being able to wear whatever you want and not worrying about attracting the wrong kind of attention. I've talked about this with a lot of friends and classmates, but we really love how we can wear whatever we want. So, we can wear a short skirt or not wear a bra and just things like that. And you don't have to worry about someone being creepy. And of course, I'm not saying that women can't be creepy because of course everyone is capable of being weird and creepy. It's not exclusive to one gender, but it is definitely just a different environment compared to a co-ed college. At least in my experience. I can't speak for everyone, I don't claim to, so take what I say with a grain of salt. Also, speaking of salt, I gotta season my meat over here. We're making some chicken and some shrimp for dinner. I also have rice cooking. I am not very good at making complicated dishes. I'm honestly a really amateur chef, so everything I make is very simple. The only thing I make sure I do is I season my food. As long as it tastes good and has flavor, I'm okay with it. Another question I get a lot is, well, Ivy, what made you choose to go to an all-women's college? And that's a great question because the answer is I didn't choose to go to an all-women's college. It sort of just happened, to be honest. Essentially, in high school, I was going to go to University of Hawaii, but then I realized I couldn't afford to go to University of Hawaii, and Agnes Scott College was offering free tuition for me. I knew I did not want to go into college debt under any circumstances, so I kind of just was like, okay, I guess I'll go here. Honestly, in the beginning, I had a really rough adjustment to Agnes because it is such a unique environment, not even because of the all-women's aspect to it, but just sometimes there can be some sensitive personalities on campus. The school also has a tendency to sort of handhold students a little bit, which I kind of wanted to be challenged a little bit more. So in the beginning, those things bothered me a lot, but honestly, Agnes Scott has grown on me so much. Since I don't really have much pressure from school, I have so much time to pursue all these other things that I just love. For example, I have time to make YouTube videos. I've been able to travel so much this year to New York and Hawaii and just see the world and still be able to keep up with my schoolwork. I can do random stuff like boxing or being a ring girl or going on adventure with friends. Just having that time to grow as a person is amazing. For my job, I basically work as a videographer. So I do a lot of editing and shooting for different companies around Georgia. That includes restaurants, medical companies, events, just honestly whatever my boss assigns me, I just do it.
Oh. Yo, you are gone all day.
Yeah, I told you. Are you vlogging?
Oh yeah, I'm vlogging. Say hi to my vlog.
I'm crying. And your side of the room is so clean. I'm crying.
No,
Let me
I cleaned that just for the vlog.
let me not expose her.
Oh, I like your pants.
Thank you. I feel like the whole fit is actually kind of giving.
Wow.
Kind of giving.
One kind of weird quirk I have is ever since I was little, I just love being on the ground. Like I have a desk and table, but I always just do my work on the ground. The only thing is I'm just in the way sometimes and Marcel, my roommate, has to like step over me. But other than that, it doesn't really affect anyone else.
Can order is in 2 separate
Alright, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about what I do for work. Most of the time I'm working in Premiere Pro to do edits for videos. One of the most common things I'll do is I'll just make promotional content for different restaurants. So these are some Instagram reels I made for a sushi restaurant. Sometimes I'm also the one shooting, so I'll go to some kind of event or party, I'll get some content, take the content and edit it, and then make some kind of fun highlight video. After all that editing, I want to relax. And one of my favorite things to do when I relax is watch this Chinese dating show. It's called 非诚勿扰. This episode, there's this girl, and doesn't she look like Aquafina? Tell me it's not just me. I feel like she looks like Aquafina. Who is she gonna choose?
Oh, it's taking so long.
Who are you gonna choose?
Why is it taking so long? Oh my god, bro! Marcel! She chose the backstabbing dude! No way! She chose the guy that turned on his homie! Yeah, she knows!
你要说我没事啊，我那朋友们在。
Wow, wow, wow. This is why I go to all women's college. I can't deal with this.
Alright y'all, I'm about to go to bed now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.
Alexa, turn off the lights.